Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei is proposing a constitutional amendment, and his focus is largely on the term limit. Remember, we have a 5 years term limit for the elective positions from an MCA, a member of parliament, a senator, a governor, woman rep, president, and the deputy. It is 5 years term limit. But Cherargei is coming with a new proposal that is so friendly to the politicians, but it seems it's unfriendly to the electorate, whereby all the elected leaders, if this amendment is going to be passed, instead of serving for 5 years, they are going to serve for 7 years. You know, that is so nice to politicians, because if you serve 2 terms, it means you are almost serving 3 terms using the 2010 constitution, because it is 14 years. Term 2 ni miaka 10. Term 3 miaka 15, a difference of 1 year. When you look at this, definitely the biggest beneficiary would be the president. So the focus of Kenyans has been on the presidency. And so the biggest beneficiary in Samson Cherargei's proposal is none other than William Samuel Ruto, if it goes through. Now, with this move, Kenyans have been questioning the motive of one Samson Cherargei. Who is behind Samson Cherargei? And who is there to benefit? Is it William Ruto or Gachagua? Now, going by the views of Kenyans on social media, you are going to realize that majority of Kenyans are not in agreement with Samson Cherargei's amendment proposals. It is a kind of a protest against this. They don't agree with that. Anything to do with amending the constitution is going to create hatred among Kenyans toward those in authority. And the most hated person is not even the man who is proposing the amendments. It is the president. So the question is, who is behind this? William Ruto got a chance to react on this when he was asked a question about this, and his position is that he will not participate in any matter to do with amending the constitution, which to him we believe that it is personal beneficial, but not people's interest. That is William Ruto.
We believe in democracy, and everybody is free to say everything they want to say, but I also want to say that while enjoying that freedom, and I will not ask anybody not to say whatever they want to say, but on matters changing the constitution, I want to tell you that the discussion on changing the constitution for parochial, selfish, personal matters is no space to go. I want to be very clear that as president, I will not participate in mutilating the constitution for purposes of serving selfish, personal, parochial interests. The same way we opposed BBI because it was meant to achieve selfish, parochial, personal interests. We will oppose any move to change the Constitution. I will be at the front to say no to any change of the Constitution, to change term limit, to change things that benefit individuals. Here, that is unnecessary, that is uncalled for, and it is an exercise in futility because it will not happen under my watch.
Now, I saw Samson Cherargei going live on his social media accounts trying to justify the amendment of this constitution. And by the way, many Kenyans gave their views. In fact, it is overwhelming. And in response to this, they are against that. Majority are saying a big no. But Samson Cherargei is determined to push for this agenda to amend the constitution. We have some people who are being now convinced that finally the man behind Samson Cherargei pushing for amendment of the constitution is none other than the deputy president who stand impeached, Rigathi Gachagua. That is Gachagua using Samson Cherargei as a tool to finish William Ruto politically, so that they can create the enmity and hatred between Ruto and the people. It can be a possible push. Because number one, Samson Cherargei is a Kalenjin. He comes from Rift Valley, a neighboring county to Uasin Gishu, Nandi County. A man elected on UDA ticket. He speaks same mother tongue with William Ruto. So when he pushes for something to do with the term limits, it will seem to look like it is Ruto's person pushing for this. So with that, the focus will be on William Ruto, but not Cherargei. Cherargei will be viewed just like a messenger and a emissary. So with this, the hatred is not going to be on Gachagua, but on Ruto. That alone is a tool to destroy William Samuel Ruto, because already Kenyans are tired with his leadership. And now you're talking about increasing term limits. That alone will create enmity with Ruto, and now Gachagua and Ruto are not speaking the same language. Advantage for Rigathi Gachagua, who is now not with Ruto, but now an enemy. You look at that? So that is what some Kenyans believe here. The person behind the push to amend the constitution might be Rigathi Gachagua using Samson Cherargei. And people have been looking at this. At first place, when Gachagua was impeached, the person who went to console Rigathi Gachagua was Samson Cherargei. Nakina Gadhoni wa Mshomba and the rest. Samson Cherargei was among the people who went to meet Gachagua when he was impeached. Si kuona watu wengine wa Rift Valley wakienda huko. He was the only one. He is the only person who opposed the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua from Rift Valley. Remember, Senate House is the final house to either allow an impeachment of a governor or a president or a deputy president. So they have the final knife to either slaughter or save. In his view, he opposed the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua.
This is the true test of Constitution 2010, because in history we are used to impeaching governors, not the Deputy President, Mr. Speaker, sir. On this process that has ongoing, Mr. Speaker, although as I begin, I want to wish my brother and friend Rigathi Gachagua a quick recovery after that unfortunate incident. Mr. Speaker, the process largely has gone on well until the adherence of Article 50, Mr. Speaker, where we have not succeeded in giving fair hearing to Deputy President, Mr. Speaker. The reading of Article 145, and I want to bring to the attention, 4, does not specify the timeline on which the Deputy President removal can be listened. It is only by the special committee that it provides for 10 days. So, Mr. Speaker, that was very unfortunate, Mr. Speaker, in the principle that justice should not only be done, but to be seen to be done, Mr. Speaker. Many Kenyans are asking questions, Mr. Speaker, what really happened? Number 3, Mr. Speaker, in observation, we didn't even allow state officers, a full-time governor, Mr. Speaker, to participate. This matter was decided in Constitutional Petition 204 of 2019, where state officers were barred by Justice Eric Ogola, Mr. Speaker. When you look at the issues, Mr. Speaker, because of limitation of time, on various grounds, like, for example, on the grounds for renovation of the office of the Deputy President, the funds were appropriated by the National Assembly. Yet the same National Assembly is accusing the Deputy President, who is not even an accountant. The accountant is a different person, Mr. Speaker. Or even on the KEMSA issue, on the bully, in the grounds that they have been set, Mr. Speaker, they are saying that the Deputy President bullied KEMSA, Mr. Speaker, but there is no proof that that tender was awarded to the specified companies that were provided, Mr. Speaker, on even the aspect of devolution.
So going with that, it can be true, Cherargei might be pushing for something that is well aware of that it is not going to augur well with the public as far as their views to Ruto's leadership. So public is going to increase their anger towards William Ruto. That is it. That is the truth here. And my belief is that if Ruto want to have something like increased term limits, then the state will not push that through someone from Rift Valley. They can push that through someone from elsewhere, either Western, Nyanza. You talk about Coast region, Eastern. Like there was a member of parliament who was trying to push it from Eastern. Hiyo tulikuwa tunasema huyu ni mheshimiwa William Ruto anapush kupitia huyu jamaa. But something that is being pushed by a member of parliament from Rift Valley, I doubt. That can be Gachagua doing so in order to deal with William Ruto politically. Because now Kenyans are hating Ruto. The hatred towards William Ruto is increasing. So this is not Ruto. It is someone else. If it is Ruto, he will push that through someone from either an unpopular community or a community that is not even a neighbor to Rift Valley. Hiyo ndio kweli wa mambo. So, as Cherargei is pushing for this, it is actually creating a bad image of William Ruto. That's why Ruto is coming out to denounce it and distance himself from all this. He don't support it. He's not for that. Even if he would want this, and I know he wants it, he cannot push it through Samson Cherargei. Gachagua might be learning that Ruto want to push for this, but he want to use a different person, maybe even from Mount Kenya. That's why he might be coming out with an individual like Cherargei. Who knew that Gachagua will be using the UDA Secretary General, Cleophas Malala, from Western region to fight William Ruto? No one knew that. But we just came to learn that Malala is a man Gachagua is using. Therefore, Cherargei can be Gachagua's person in all this. And the biggest loser in push for amendment of our constitution is none other than the man in the State House, William Samuel Ruto. Kenyans are not ready for this. They don't want it. And that's why they are now hating William Ruto.